Okay, so in this next video, we want to look at a couple more topics that are actually very similar to what we looked at in our last video, and it builds off this idea of unit conversions. The two things we want to look at today, we're going to start by looking at converting rates, which is pretty much the same process. And then we're going to be able to use our unit analysis, our unit conversions, to compare two rates that are expressed in different units. So imagine we've got a tank of water that's pouring out 300 cups per minute, okay? And you know, that's a unit there, but I want to know what that's going to look like in gallons per hour, okay? So what I've done is I've started by just writing the unit, 300 cups in 1 minute, okay? And I know at the end, right, so way over here, and this is going to take a little while, I want to be in units of gallons per hour. Okay, and I'm going to use the same exact type of conversion to make sure I end up in these units here. Okay, so I want to start by converting my 300 cups into gallons. So I'm going to use the same process that I've used before. I'm going to continue to multiply by conversions until I'm there. Okay, so I have 300 cups per minute. All right, let's turn the cups into pints, right? So let's see, if I want to have pints here, I'm going to go with 1 pint on top and 2 cups on bottom. Okay? And again, I'm just taking a conversion from up here, right, and multiplying it there. Now, if I've done it correctly, my units will cancel. Good. So now I'm in pints per minute. And it's always good to keep track of what units you're in as you work through these types of problems. Okay, but I don't want to be in pints, I want to be in gallons. But I can't get pints to gallons, so I'm going to get pints to quarts. Same factor here, right? So I need pints on the bottom, so I'm going to put 1 quart for every 2 pints. Okay, so 1 quart for every 2 pints. Let's see, do I have some units cancel? Yes, I do. 1 quart for 2 pints. So now I'm in quarts per minute. Need to be in gallons though, so I have one more conversion here. So if you've seen this, right, you should know what to do here. I need 4 quarts is 1 gallon. So let's see, I'm going to put my gallons on top. Oop. Let's see here. I need gallons on top, so 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Okay. All right, so now I'm almost there, right? Here are my quarts. Canceling. So now I'm in a unit, right? I'm close. I'm in gallons, but I'm still per minute. Okay. So now if I want to turn minutes into hours, right? I have my conversion here. 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. So it's just another multiplication, except now we got to be careful, okay? If I have minutes on the bottom, minutes needs to now go on top, right? So I'm just going to use my conversion factor, 60 minutes on top in 1 hour. Okay, so now let's see. I should get some cancellation. Yep, if I look way back here, my minutes cancel. Oop. My minutes cancel, and look, I am now, let's see, nothing here, nothing here. I'm in gallons on top, hour on the bottom. And now I use the same process. I multiply across. So I have 300 times 60 gives me 18,000 gallons. Okay. Divided by, let's see, 2 times 2 is 4, that's going to be 16 hours. Okay. And then if I just divide those numbers, let's see, let's do some quick long division here. 16 into 18,000. 16 goes into 18 once. Just bear with me while I do a little division. 16 into 20 also once. 16, bring down a 4. Let's see, we'll take a 0 here. 16 goes into 42 times. We're almost there. Let's see, 2 times 16 gives me 32. Subtract 8. Bring down a 0. Good. Okay, so 16 goes into 80. This is a nice number. 1,125. So we've got 1,125. Now, just keeping track of our units here, right? That's gallons per hour. Okay, so I'm done, right? I took my 300 cups per minute, right, which was one of my units, and now I've put it in gallons per hour. Okay? So at this point, you may be thinking, well, that's nice, but why would I ever want to change rates? Okay, so let's clear this out, and then I'll show you why. So let's fill this back in with black. Okay, here we are. So now let's say that we were given a couple of rates. We had 2 different water tanks. We have tank 1. Let me get you we have tank 1. Okay. And tank 1 is 4 quarts per minute. Okay. 4 quarts per minute. Okay, and then we've also got tank 2. We'll bring that way over here in green. Tank 2. That one's also leaking, but that one's going to be leaking at a rate of, let's see, 50 gallons per hour. Excuse my handwriting there. Okay. So we want to know which one's leaking faster, right? But if we just think about this, 4 quarts per minute, gallons per hour, those units don't line up. Okay, so I'm going to do some conversions. All right, so I think it's going to be a little bit easier to get this into gallons per hour, okay, as opposed to going the other way, because I know that if I take my minutes, I can multiply by 60 to get my hours. Okay, so tank 2 is all set, right? I'm gonna keep that rate in gallons per hour. All right, but now we need to come over here and look at tank 1. Okay, let's see what happens here. So I'm at 4 quarts per minute. Okay, and at the end of my conversions, right, to compare it to tank 2, I want to be over here in gallons per hour. Okay, so I want you to think for a second what my conversion is going to be if I want to convert my quarts into gallons. Okay, so clearly I'm going to need, let's do my conversions in blue here. Now let's do them in red. Okay, 4 quarts per minute. Now I'm going to need quarts on the bottom. So let's see, 4 quarts. And that's equal to 1 gallon. Okay, check my units, cancel out what I can. Now I'm in gallons per minute, which is good, but I need to be in gallons per hour. So let's see, what's my conversion going to be to go from gallons per minute to gallons per hour? Let's see. I need to take minutes and put them on top, right, to cancel out. So here we go, 60 minutes. Right, and every time you're doing a problem like this, at every point, just check and make sure your units are right. Okay, minutes are gone, minutes are gone. So now I'm in gallons per hour. Perfect. Now it's just some quick multiplication. So I have 4 times 1 is 4, times 60 gives me 240. And on the bottom, I just have a 4. So I am 240 gallons in 4 hours, okay? And if I divide 240 and 4, that's going to give me 60 gallons per hour. All right, so let's bring that up here. Okay, let's bring my 60 gallons per hour up here. 4 quarts per minute, another way of saying that, is 60 gallons an hour. Okay, so now what this has done is it's made it really easy to compare, right? Because we didn't know if 4 quarts per minute was more than 50 gallons per hour. But we all know that 60 gallons per hour is faster than 50 gallons per hour. Okay, so that one here, let's see, we'll take our purple back here. So if I circle tank 1, right? This tank here is clearly leaking faster. Okay, and the only way that we could have known that was by making the same units. So we'll work on this during class tomorrow. Okay, but just understand that we're working with the same exact conversion process, but now we have to take care of 2 units. Thank you for watching.